Hello, it's Monday, 7 p.m. Welcome to yet another Facebook Live. So, let me tell you, today's topic is about self confidence in children. How to instill self confidence in children. I think the easiest, let's get started. Let's get started with how to instill self confidence in children. So, before I tell you the ways, let me tell you from when does the self-confidence starts building in children. Okay, I think someone had asked a question saying, my son is about a year and a half, is it the right time to start instilling? It's never too early. My answer is it's never too early to focus on self-confidence from the time of birth. It may sound stupid, but from the time of birth, children are gathering a lot of information from their surroundings, right? The words we talk, the tone in which we talk to them, not just them, the conversations that we have with people around us, because children are constantly watching and listening, right? So from the time of their birth, in fact, from the time they are in your womb, it matters a lot. It matters big time, especially the time when they're in your womb. It depends, a lot of focus has to be put on what you are thinking, your internal dialogue, your self-talk, right? Your thoughts, your actions, all this contributes in some way in your child's self-esteem and confidence, right? As I said, it's never too early. From the time you are little, from the time your children are little, you got to focus on the self-confidence aspect, right? It's not a Self-confidence is not something that you just conduct a class or a workshop to your children and then boom, all of a sudden everything will help. No. It has to start at home from the very beginning, right? Of course, these classes and workshops are an added advantage for them to understand something that they have never heard of before, right? Like the theoretical aspect. But the practical stuff is happening from the very beginning, from the time your children are little. It starts off with a little, very little things, like when your children do something nice, you praise them. In fact, this is one of my first tips that you can say on self-confidence. First thing is praising. Now, praising can be good and can be damaging based on how you do it. If you don't do it right, just this praising can be completely damaging to them. How? Let me give you an example. Let's assume that a child reaches about a year, 1 year, and then he or she understands the concept of giving, right? So if whatever they have, something in their hand, maybe a toy or whatever, they just hand it out to you. And we as parents, just out of happiness and joy that, the child has learned to pick something and give it to me, you're like, wow, thank you so much, how sweet of you. We say these statements, thank you. Now the child is looking forward for these thank yous, right? So if you keep saying thank you, this is so sweet of you and all this, you will see that the child continues to pick up something else and hands it over to you, and you again respond with, oh, thank you. Now listen, don't you think this thank you, it sounds sweet, but it's a little overdoing of that emotion or of that word. So the child is more attracted to that overdoing of it. It might sound a little cliche because the child is just one, but then over a period of time, because you're doing it, it becomes a habit to you and your child as well, right? So praising or even a simple thank you has to be done right. You cannot overplay and you cannot underplay with it, right? So when I say underplay, you just don't take it and just say not, yeah, thank you. No. Focus on the act of the child. Don't just say thank you. Maybe you're working on something, or you have something in your hand and it just fell off, and your child hands it over to you. Just say, thank you so much for giving it to me. Don't say, oh, thank you, how sweet of you, that's so thoughtful of you. Don't overdo it. Just say, thank you so much for giving it to me. And then just rest it. Okay, the point here is your child should be doing anything nice, anything good for the sake, just because he has to do it. I mean, because it's right. He shouldn't be doing things because because he does it and you start praising him. So he shouldn't do it for the praise. He should be doing it for the pure reason of just doing a nice act, or maybe basic manners or courtesy or basic etiquettes, right? So that is about praise. Don't overdo it, don't underplay. You got to keep it right. Make sure you focus on the action and not him. When your child hands over something, don't say you are sweet, or it's not about him, it's about the act, right? So focus a lot on the act. Of course, it's nice, once in a while to say you are a nice person and everything, that's fine. But don't always focus only on the person. Focus on the act, right? So because you're doing this, your child understands that the act of doing that is good, right? So he focuses on the actions and not just on him all the time. So if this is making some sense, type in "makes sense" in the chat box. The other way of helping your child gain confidence is by helping your child take decisions on their own. I'm not talking about big decisions or small decisions. It could be any decisions for that matter. It could start off with anything when your child was young. It could be as simple as choosing his clothes, right? If your child is just out of shower, and most of the times we parents choose the clothes for our children, and we give it to them saying either wear this or we help them wear it. Why don't you let your children make their choices, saying, yeah, the clothes are in the cupboard, just pick what you want? It sounds simple, but if you go back and think, most of the parents would want themselves to choose the dresses for the child. It could be for whatever reason. Maybe it's faster, maybe you're worried that he might choose some random color combination, like some random t-shirt and random pant, so it wouldn't match. For whatever reason, we don't allow our children to take to take decisions, make choices. So from the very young age, you got to allow your children to do that. If you're fearful of the decisions or the consequences, I think it should be okay. You got to allow your children to make mistakes, allow them to fail, allow them to fall, allow them to face consequences after taking decisions. It could let's take a basic example of this, of choosing what clothes to wear. Maybe you're going out and he has chosen a random pant and a random t-shirt, and it just doesn't go well with each other. Instead of saying this doesn't go well, can you change it, or wear this, instead of giving direct solutions, you could give them options, saying, okay, let's pick up something else. Maybe let's check this combination. Why don't you wear the second option and see, compare it with the first one, and then you could choose what you want, right? So like this, you got to give your children, you got to allow, I want to stress on this word allow. You got to allow your children to make decisions. In case you think that decision is not right, instead of dictating them what to do, give them choices and let them make choices. Give them options, like 2 or 3 options, and let them choose, right? But be okay with whatever a decision they make. It's okay. Just allow them to explore, allow them to experiment. For whatever reason, we don't allow that, right? We think, yeah, big deal. Why should I let him wear that particular dress? Why should I let him choose to wear it? I think the faster way is I'm going to keep it, and things are faster. Otherwise, he's going to rip all the clothes off the cupboard. He's going to make a mess of it, and a lot of all these things go on in our mind. But then we want our children to grow into confident individuals. So confidence is not about one fine day activity. It starts off with those little choices that you allow your children to make when they are younger, right? It starts off that early. So if you want to continue your learning journey, then I want you to click the link in the description box and be a part of my closed Facebook group called Parenting with Ease, wherein you can attend the Monday lives that I do every week. All right, I'm going to see you there. Take care.